This is Paul Newman, and if you are seeing this screen, I am hoping to assure you here. Hello everybody, and welcome back. Thank you very much for supporting the videos and returning to the channel. It's very much appreciated. Right, it's the day after Royal Ascot 2023 here, which has given me a chance really to continue. We're getting a bit behind now with our reviewing of the National Hunt horses that we followed in the first half of the year. I mean, I think we're up to, we did the Dublin Festival, the Cheltenham Festival, and I think we also did the Fairy House Easter Festival. So it's time to go back to April, and a week after the Fairy House Easter Festival, the Irish Grand National, we had the UK Grand National. So it's time now to take a look at the horses that ran, that we identified at the Aintree Festival in the UK. But before that, Classic Watch 2023.ml is the place to head ahead of the upcoming Irish Middle Distance Classics. It's the Irish Derby in a week's time and the Irish Oaks in 3 weeks' time. So keep an eye on what horses we're identifying for that. But for now, we're going to go back to Aintree. And the first race, we only had interest in 2 races over the 3 days, which was not really surprising because we're only following a lot of novices, and a few of them did run at the 2023 Cheltenham Festival. 2 of them which didn't, unfortunately, were our 2 juvenile hurdlers, 4-year-old hurdlers, Nusret, the Simon Munir and Isaac Swede trained Nusret, and Beau Zenith, trained by Gary Moore, who impressed us in France. They both skipped the Supreme Novices, the Triumph Hurdle at the Cheltenham Festival. But there was Triumph Hurdle form up on show. And the JP McManus horse, who placed well in the Triumph Hurdle, went off a red-hot favourite for the anniversary 4-year-old hurdle at Aintree, which, like the Triumph Hurdle, is a Grade 1. So let's take a look at that race now.
Here's Alan Howes.
Walking in. And they're off. Racing away, 2 miles and a furlong in front of them, and the Grade 1 Juicen Anniversary 4-year-old juvenile hurdle. And this long run down towards the opening flight, it's Beau Zenith under Jamie Moore that shows the way in that distinguishing red cab. From Sarson's Risk, the grey, close up behind the light blue jacket. Green and black for Chaos Control and Kieran Gethins in 3rd. And then Jipko in those pink and mauve silks in 4th place early on as they straightened for home. Right, so Tom in the blue and white is behind. And then Zenta from Power Puri behind her to the outside, the grey filly Grey Val, followed into the home run by Script Writer, then Perseus Way and Nusret at the back of the field at flight number 1. All safely over, being led just about by Beau Zenith, but Sarson's Risk is quite keen and perhaps now just edging it as they go towards flight number 2. Sarson's Risk now in the lead. From Beau Zenith and Chaos Control close up in 3rd. They've been trapped by Jipko. And then Right So Tom and Danny Mullins over toward the far side from Zenta, the Triumph Hurdle 3rd under Mark Walsh and the JP Silks. And the white sleeves and cap for Grey Val, red and pink for Power Puri. Jumping over their 3rd flight, which will be the last at next time round. Perseus Way, Script Writer and Nusret are the back trio. So racing up the home straight then, and Sarson's Risk now establishing a couple of lengths lead as they're about to go by the winning line with a lap to go. Sarson's Risk from Beau Zenith in 2nd, and then Jipko, who's racing to the outside of Chaos Control. They're in 3rd and 4th. A few lengths away to Right So Tom, who's shadowed to the outside by Zenta. Then Power Puri, who's towards the inside of Grey Val. Then came Script Writer. Much further behind them, Perseus Way, and Nusret is the back marker, and they're about to head into the far side. 3 flights of hurdles await them over there, and it's Sarson's Risk under Robbie Dunn, who now develop about a 3-length cushion. Over in 2nd, Beau Zenith, with Chaos Control, a neck in advance of Jipko. They're racing in 3rd and 4th as they approach flight number 4. The leader tightens up going into that flight of hurdles. We're all safely over, and it's Sarson's Risk who continues to show out in front. from Bo Zenith and Jipco in third, Chaos Control in a handy fourth. Then Zenta, who tracks the leading wave in fifth position from Scriptwriter and Right So Tom as they go towards the middle flight over on the back straight. All over that one safely. Nusret remains the back marker as Sarson's Risk still shows out in front by a length and a half to Jipco, and there's Pink and Mauve Silks from Bo Zenith in third, from Chaos Control and then Zenta the next two, ahead of Scriptwriter. Behind Scriptwriter is Grey Val, who races towards the outside of Right So Tom. Perseus Way still at the back with Nusret and Power Puri for company as they're beginning to turn to go down the side of the course. Not much in it now for the lead. Sarson's Risk to the outsider between horses. Jipco against the running rail is Bo Zenith. Length and a half away then to find Chaos Control with Zenta in fifth place and every chance from there. Then Scriptwriter and Grey Val and Right So Tom. Another length and a half behind those at Perseus Way with Nusret between the back markers at the rear of the field together with the filly Power Puri. So about to straighten towards home. 3 flights of hurdles left to take in the Juicen Anniversary 4-year-old juvenile hurdle, and lots of chances. The great Sarson's Risk, Jipco between them. Bo Zenith with that red cap, followed by Zenta and Chaos Control. Then Grey Val. Scriptwriter is trying to get closer. Zenta angled out to have a good look at the front. They're approaching 2 from the end, and the field cluster up. Zenta looking to join in now with Bo Zenith. Sarson's Risk is beaten, and Zenta appears to be cruising on the run down towards the final flight of hurdles, and now been shaken up by Mark Walsh. Bo Zenith to the far side, Zenta to the near side. They pulled away from Chaos Control at the final hurdle in the air together. Zenta, and over on the far side, Bo Zenith. They've now got right away. Nusret stayed on to be third. Bo Zenith is fighting hard against the running rail. Zenta's digging into the near side. A great finish here to the anniversary hurdle. Bo Zenith and Zenta head for head to the line. It's Bo Zenith and Zenta, and there's absolutely nothing in it. Nusret back in third, then Right So Tom and Scriptwriter.
Whisker in it for the anniversary. Bo Zenith, red cap, white cap, Zenta. Jamie Moore, Mark Walsh on the line, so close. Has Zenta got back up to deprive Bo Zenith, who had the benefit of the rail and rallied gamely from the last? It is ever so tight. Remember, in this race last year, we had a dead heat that was then reversed or undermined. On that evidence, I think Zenta's got back up. But it is...
In fact, she did. The Triumph Hurdle, favourite third there, Zenta, just prevailing over Bo Zenith in the Grade 1 Anniversary 4-year-old hurdle, with Nusret held up at the back, running on through horses to finish in third place. Very good race. The Triumph Hurdle form just upheld. The filly, Zenta, obviously in receipt of £7 from Bo Zenith there. Excuse me, both Bo Zenith and Nusret coming out ahead of Zenta on the figures. Bo Zenith 136, Nusret 132, and then 129 for Zenta, the Grade 1 winner. I mean, Bo Zenith, you have to say, at the weights, very unlucky there. And Nusret also ran a good race. Let's take a look at the career of Bo Zenith really so far. He started off well, and since coming to England really and starting with a relatively poor run at Sandown back in January, he's done nothing but improve, running to 105, 120, another slight improvement there when a 15-length winner at Stratford, 125, and then the improvement by 11 at Aintree to 136. So hopefully he will continue to go the right way. Still a horse that you have to say is very much of interest at this stage. Nusret, well, we'll take a look at him at a later date because he actually went to the Punchestown Festival, and we will be hoping to review that in due course. Right, the last race and the second race really was the Sefton Novices Hurdle, the Grade 1. You can see there from that result, it didn't go too well. The horse we had was Absolute Notions, and I was hopeful before the race, really. You saw when he ran at the Dublin Festival. Before the Cheltenham Festival, he was a good solid second place. And this race was over a couple of furlongs further, 3 miles for the first time, the horse. And I wasn't surprised, really, when they made the horse the favourite. Because, to be honest, I fancied it myself in this race, to be honest. So let's see what happens.
4-1, Grey Dawning, Iroko 5-1. They are the market leaders. And they're off. For this Winners Wear Cavani Sefton Novices Hurdle, Grade 1, and heading towards the first of 13 flights with Apple Away in the yellow jacket, Maximilian on the far side in a noseband. Stay Away Faye is going to jump the first, very handy, and jumped it well. They're all safely over with Hurricane Bay towards the back along with Blenkinsop. So racing in front of the stands with 2 circuits of the Mildmay course ahead of them. And it's Apple Away and Stay Away Faye disputing the pace. Maximilian on the rail, just ahead of Mofasa. St. Davy working out to Iroko, very handy in the green and yellow hoops. Howling Mad Murdoch out very wide is Search for Glory wide of the favourite Absolute Notions in black sleeves in about 8th or 9th place at the moment. Grey Dawning behind. And then Mocha Devassi and Marble Sands. We've all been caught. Blenkinsop and Hurricane Bay is the last one, but a strongly packed field as they head towards the back straight. Apple Away on the inside for Lucinda Russell, trainer of tomorrow's big race favourite Korak Rambler. Stay Away Faye in second. Maximilian on the inside, Iroko right there. St. Davy and Howling Mad Murdoch, the leader, didn't jump that at all well, Apple Away, and surrenders the advantage to Stay Away Faye. On down the back straight towards the next. Stay Away Faye, the Albert Bartlett Novices Hurdle winner at the Cheltenham Festival, disputing it with Apple Away on the near side. Iroko probably touched down in third, the Martin Pipe winner at the festival, followed by Mofasa and St. Davy. And behind those then is Howling Mad Murdoch with Search for Glory on the wide outside in the Jigginsdown colours. On the near side, Maximilian, as they jump the last of the 3 down the back straight. A bit worse than midfield inside, Mocha Devassi, Grey Dawning in the red, and Blenkinsop, and out wide Hurricane Bay moving forward a little bit in the hands of Bryony Frost. Marble Sands towards the rear of the field with We've All Been Caught. Swinging left-handed and on the long run towards the home turn. And Apple Away from Stay Away Faye. Tracked by St. Davy and John Joe O'Neill. Maximilian on the inside in the hands of champion jockey Brian Hughes. Close up is Iroko, Mark Walsh out wide. They're trapped by Mofasa. Search for Glory. Back to Absolute Notions in the centre from Grey Dawning. Howling Mad Murdoch is towards the outside of these. Out wide still is Hurricane Bay. Then Blenkinsop and Mocha Devassi, Marble Sands, and We've All Been Caught. Just being bumped along, We've All Been Caught. Down the home run and on towards the next. Flight number 5, Apple Away and Stay Away Faye, still 1 and 2. Maximilian hasn't left the inside, followed by Mofasa and St. Davy. And then Iroko towards the outside as they jump the next. Good jump from Iroko. Grey Dawning is next on the inside, just behind Mofasa. Mocha Devassi is close up, dark blue jacket. Blenkinsop getting a bit closer, orange cap. Then Absolute Notions just to the outside of Blenkinsop in those black sleeves. Search for Glory wider still Hurricane Bay as they jump the next. And now they're going to race right in front of the packed enclosures. Fortunately, the rain has relented a little. And it's Apple Away from Stay Away Faye, separated by a neck, half a length. Followed on the inside by Maximilian in third, just third ahead of St. Davy and Iroko. Search for Glory is out wide. And then further back to Absolute Notions, no move yet from the midfield. Mofasa and up the inside, Grey Dawning. Then Blenkinsop and Howling Mad Murdoch and Hurricane Bay. Mocha Devassi round the inside from Marble Sands. And last of all is We've All Been Caught. This is the final circuit now. And they race on towards the next. Flight number 8. They got 6 in all left to jump. and Apple Away on the inside. Stephen Mulqueen from Harry Cobden on Stay Away Faye, followed by St Davy and Maximilian. Iroko right there, has always been about 4th or 5th. Search for Glory on the outside, followed by Mofasa and Grey Dawning, and Absolute Notion still ridden quietly by Davy Russell as they landed over the first down the back straight. 1 or 2 coming under pressure. Mocha Vassi, We've All Been Caught, has been struggling for a while, going on towards the next. Apple Away by a neck, half a length, going into this one from Stay Away Faye. Iroko still travels well with St Davy, and then and down is Grey Dawning. Grey Dawning has gone there, but a nasty fall for Harry Skelton as they continue on down the back straight and on towards the last down the back. Apple Away, Stay Away Faye, Iroko, St Davy, Maximilian, Search for Glory out wide. Absolute Notions getting a bit closer now from Mofasa, and then Howling Mad Murdoch, followed by Blenkinsop still in touch. Driven along is Hurricane Bay, so too Mocha Vassi, Marble Sands behind these as they make the run now down towards the side of the course. Harry Skelton is on his feet as they head down the side, and it's Apple Away who still leads to Stay Away Faye. They've been 1 and 2 throughout the contest as they now are well inside the 3rd mile. Iroko on the outside, Maximilian on the inside, St Davy coming under pressure, then Search for Glory behind these Howling Mad Murdoch. Now Absolute Notions is not going anywhere too quickly at the moment, the favourite. Meanwhile Apple Away seeking to kick away from them. Apple Away from Stay Away Faye, Iroko over 3 out, then Maximilian on the inside. Howling Mad Murdoch is staying on with Search for Glory, then the weakening St Davy, Blenkinsop, Mofasa, Marble Sands and Mocha Vassi over the second last, and it's still Apple Away chased by Stay Away Faye, Maximilian, and down the outside here comes Iroko now. Absolute Notions has been pulled up heading towards the final flight. Still Apple Away chased hard, Maximilian on the far side, over in 3rd Stay Away Faye, then Iroko and Howling Mad Murdoch. What a brave performance here. Apple Away and Stephen Mulqueen chased all the way by Maximilian on the run for home. There's 2 lengths between them. Stay Away Faye and Iroko 3rd and 4th. Apple Away, eyes out, all out and to the line. Apple Away makes it all. What a brave win from Maximilian, followed in 3rd by Iroko, Stay Away Faye in 4th. Back then to Howling Mad Murdoch, Marble Sands and Search for Glory.
Well, you saw there, everybody, Absolute Notions. I thought for the first while before the race really got interesting, he travelled round in his own time and was ridden quite well. But as soon as push come to shove, he was one of the third. Well, one had fallen, and there was a couple more under pressure and behind him. But as soon as it became apparent that he wasn't going to get involved, he was pulled up by his jockey, Davy Russell. And we know, interest in the Racing Post, I know that it said there that he was actually called into the stewards, the trainer of the horse, Gordon Elliott, the man who of course was pictured sat having a fantastic time that time on a dead horse. The trainer this time said regarding the poor form that the gelding, Absolute Notions, was unsuited by the going. So where we seen the official going was soft, and the trainer Gordon Elliott thought that the horse Absolute Notions would prefer a quicker surface. And the vet examined the horse and revealed that a post-race examination failed to reveal any abnormality. Disappointing run, but like Gordon Elliott said there, if you believe this man, then he said, well, the horse will be seen to better effect on better ground, which could be something to bear in mind moving forward. Regarding the form of the horse, I don't think the horse has done anything wrong this season. He won a £50,000 bumper race before we even followed him. Won smoothly on his hurdle debut to a mark of 133. Then he was 3rd in the Grade 2 at Naas, running to a mark of 138. And then in February, he ran at the Leopardstown at the Dublin Festival and was 2nd behind Goodland, running to a mark of 142. So before this run, the horse was definitely heading the right way. It was the first time the horse had been failed to get round. It was also the first time the horse had failed to finish in the first three in his career. Whether he goes novice chasing or remains hurdling remains to be seen. It's obviously the close season at the moment in the National Hunt racing, so we remain to be seen what Absolute Notions will do next season. But again, rather like Bo Zenith, the other horse we took a look at after the race, Absolute Notions remains very much of interest at this stage. The 5-year-old, very long way to go. Got novice chasing, and then we'll start to find out just what sort of horse we might have to look at. So that's it really. Just them 2 races at Aintree, 3 horses, 2 runners, 2 races. Obviously, it was disappointing that both the 4-year-old hurdlers missed the Triumph Hurdle at the Cheltenham Festival, but I think people will agree that both of them ran very respectable races here at Aintree. Bo Zenith was very unlucky. Absolute Notions, well, sometimes people have to take these trainers at their word. And if the trainer said he didn't like the ground, that is what happened. So obviously we'll wait to see in better ground what Absolute Notions can do. Whether we can then ascertain whether a man that took for years, told people he loved animals, and then sat on a dead one and had the time of his life, we have to tell if he's telling the truth or not. There's photographic evidence that suggests he probably isn't. But so we'll have to see. But Absolute Notions disappointed on the day. Very much one of interest moving forward. Right, I'm going to end this video now, everybody. What I am going to do is leave a couple of steers at the end. I'll leave a couple of National Hunt playlists, probably. A National Hunt playlist at the end. And I'll also give people who have watched this video that aren't subscribed to the channel yet an opportunity to do so. But for now, thank you very much for watching the video. It is very much appreciated. And take care, everybody. I'll leave it there now. Goodbye.